So Philipp Schulze Esking joins me now. Welcome to the Forum for the Future of Agriculture 2018. We're talking about healthy food, healthy farming for a healthy future. From what you've heard of the commitments and experiences and expertise that have been shared so far today, Philipp, what have you made of the forum?
Well, first of all, let me maybe give a little impression of my feeling when I arrived last night, just almost, getting out of the tractor and driving to Brussels, being here in the afternoon, and today following the discussion on, of course, to be honest, for a practical farmer on a very, very high, almost abstract level, but still, of course, to get a feeling of what society, what people from different organizations are talking about and how they are, thinking about the future development of agriculture. It is very, very impressive for me.
How important is it for you to have your voice as part of the German Agricultural Society, as you say, from the abstract to the particular, and sharing your direct experience with people in the session this afternoon that are involved in policy making and some of those more abstract principles?
Well, one of the goals that we follow as a DLG is always trying to transfer the knowledge from let's say, science or from discussions like we have today down to the practical farmers. And on the other side, of course, for me as a farmer, it is also important that in those discussions you try to raise the voice of the practical farmers and tell people, well, you can't decide everything on a green table. You always have to look at the certain areas where real farming takes place, and that's somehow some of my job.
What lessons are there to be learned from German agribusiness? I know that in terms of looking to the wider world and forming partnerships, those kind of ideas are very important for the future.
Sure, I mean, by looking at the world, or only by looking at Europe or Germany, you realize that agriculture is so diverse from one area to the other that it is really difficult to find solution and to project how the future will develop for all the areas. So what we need somehow is really a certain and special look in different areas on different problems, and the solution might be to solve them on a more regional basis and not nationwide or global wide. That's some of my impression.
Technology and the science and the debate about the science always continues at the forum each year. What's your message there?
Well, I'm pretty sure that most of the problems we can only solve with the use of the newest techniques, with modern chemicals, with the whole spectrum of tools that we have, and only with those I'm pretty sure that we'll be successful in the future with our farming.
So you got off your tractor to come here, so no robotic tractors for you yet?
The question is if I'm on the step of buying a new tractor, or.
Well, I wonder, the future. Everyone says futuristic farming, robotic tractors, drones, big data, growing meat in labs. All of these things are things that are debated as part of the forum here.
Yeah, and of course it's a topic at home on our farm as well. We have already implemented those techniques to some extent, but of course I'm always really curious and excited if there are new invention and new technologies to be implemented.
So funny to give me a flavour of the collective of German farmers that you represent, the GLG. What would you want to say to Phil Hogan, the Commissioner, this afternoon? What do you want to say about CAP and if it's moving in the right direction, the new delivery model and how that is moving forward? Are these right? Is it less vague? Is it clear for German farmers?
Yeah, I'm sure that we have to make agriculture more sustainable. And on the way to get there, of course, EU policy can help, but by maybe coming up with new incentives for farmers. And as we've seen in the past, and I can speak from my point of view as well, just leaving some strips alongside the field and planting flowers, that's not really a motivation for farmers. What we need is real indicators for sustainability, so that us farmers can understand why we are doing it that way or this way. And then if we would be able to measure those indicators and could make it really transparent for society that we are on a good way and improving, then I guess we're on the right track. And hopefully the new CAP can contribute to that.
Well, good luck this afternoon. Good luck with sharing that message. I hope you hear lots in return that pleases you and that you can take back to the farm. Thank you, Philipp.
Thank you.